Ever stop to think how much those little impulse buys on your phone are adding up to, and how many subscription payments are sneaking out of your bank account every single month? Before I started using Rocket Money, let me tell you, I had no idea. But the first time I logged in, I saved $435. I couldn't believe it. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. I just love the dashboard. It shows everything in one place, even the subscriptions you forgot you signed up for. And if there's something you don't need, Rocket Money helps you cancel it. Plus, it alerts you if a bill increases or if something unusual pops up in your account. It's basically like having a personal assistant for your money. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/Kim today. That's rocketmoney.com/Kim. rocketmoney.com/Kim. Hi, Kim Komando here. Well, first up, we have your digital life hack. And after that, I'm going to play a call for my weekend national radio show. 2 weeks from today kicks off Black Friday through Cyber Monday, but many of the biggest deals are already starting to drop. I'm Kim Komando for SimpliSafe. For Black Friday, save 60% on a new system at simplysafekim.com. There's no safe like SimpliSafe. The National Retail Federation and Adobe are both predicting record increases in spending on the biggest shopping weekend of the year. Here are 3 rules to win. First, don't get fooled by fake discounts. Use browser extensions like Keepa or Camel to see an item's entire price history. You'll instantly know its true low price. Next, automate your savings. Let tools like the Capital One Shopping or Honey app automatically test coupon codes at checkout. And finally, use Google Shopping or your favorite AI chatbot to price check in seconds. Stage your carts, add items you want now, so when the real deal hits, you're not scrambling. You're checking out like a holiday ninja. Silent, swift, and always slightly over budget. Get my free newsletter at getkim.com. Next up, a call from my weekend show, The Kim Komando Show. Enjoy! In business, they say you can have better, cheaper, or faster, but you only get to pick 2. What if you could have all 3? That's exactly what Cohere, Thomson Reuters, and Specialized Bikes have since they upgraded to the next generation of the cloud, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. OCI is the blazing fast platform for your infrastructure, database, application development, and AI needs, where you can run any workload in a high-performance environment and spend less than with other clouds. How's it faster? OCI Block Storage delivers more operations per second. Cheaper, up to 50% less for compute, 70% less for storage, and 80% less for networking. Better, in test after test, customers report lower latency and higher bandwidth versus other clouds. This is the cloud built for AI and all your biggest workloads. And right now, with zero commitment, try OCI for free. Just go to oracle.com/Kim. That's oracle.com/Kim, oracle.com/Kim. You're being watched. Every time you go online, internet service providers track your every move. Here in the United States, they're selling our browsing history. Until that changes, you need to protect yourself like I do with ExpressVPN, an easy-to-use app that encrypts and reroutes all your internet traffic through secure servers. With ExpressVPN, your internet provider can't see your browsing history, and it hides your IP address and location. Plus, you can even change your IP address to stay completely private and anonymous online. And with servers in over 100 countries, you can appear virtually anywhere. It's so easy to use. One button and you're connected. And with apps for every device, phones, laptops, desktops, tablets, ExpressVPN makes it simple to stay private anywhere you connect. Start taking your online privacy seriously like I do with ExpressVPN. Get up to 4 extra months of ExpressVPN right now at expressvpn.com/Kim. That's expressvpn.com/Kim. Byron in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us.
Oh, good afternoon. How are you doing today, Kim?
Wonderful, wonderful. You have a great voice, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
So I understand that you are a professional pilot?
That's correct. I fly for an airline, and I was listening to your show and read your article on AI for aircraft, and I responded to it because I find it very concerning. I don't think I'd get on one of those.
Well, we're talking about planes that don't have any human pilots, right?
Exactly.
But there's a guy or gal on the ground that's controlling it kind of like a joystick. I remember reading your note because I was astounded by the number of hours of flight time that you have. 30,000. That's incredible.
Well, I started when I was 14 years old. I sold a glider.
Oh, did you?
And I came out of high school with my flight instructor certificates. I was a little motivated. I enjoyed it way too much.
Wow. And so what is your concern?
I've seen way too many computer issues where, and it just takes a little anomaly. You get, bad electron going through or whatever, power interruption, other things. And I've had communication errors as well along the way, both with voice and with some of the newer, like our CPDLC, the controller pilot data links, and other more advanced communication systems where we revert back to basically an HF radio.
Wow.
And things happen. It's not perfect. It's a man-made machine. Having two cognitively aware pilots up there that can analyze situations as they come along and solve it and make a good execution that gets you on the ground safely.
For sure.
That's more important. And doing it remotely, you lose a lot. What if the data feed is down? What if you're not getting all of the information? And there's more to it than just reading a gauge. It's looking at the overall picture along with the feel of the aircraft. And that tells a lot, as well as everything else, especially when you're using the flight controls and, understanding how the airplane is responding directly, both with the instrumentation and visually looking out the window.
So have you ever run into an emergency situation while you're flying?
Oh, yeah, a few.
And
all those years, yeah, I've had a few.
and so which one comes to mind that if it was somebody on the ground with a joystick that you're like, there's no way that ever would have survived?
This was an older airplane. I was flying an F-27, and we were out going just Detroit over to Erie, Pennsylvania. Very quick flight, very short. Fortunately, it was a nice night, but all of the entire electrical system on the airplane went blank. Everything died. We had no lights.
Oh, gosh.
I had no instrumentation. I'm now looking out the window and using the horizon to keep us level. We didn't have any radios. The airplane was dead, and we started hunting. Flashlights came out. The first officer was out. He's looking at the circuit breakers in the back. We were trying to figure out how could everything go bad. And in about 10 minutes, it came back. And everything, the horizons didn't work. They'd spun down, and the gyros don't work that well then. But we were able to successfully go into Erie. We were pretty close. And the airplane sat there for 3 days as they tracked down the problem with maintenance. They tore the airplane apart. And they did find it finally, and they got it repaired. But, imagine if that's your data link to that aircraft.
Gosh.
And, yeah, everything goes blank, And the airplanes, they work a lot, and they're in a very extreme environment at times. We're going up where, you've got
storms.
with the weather and everything. And there's, again, visually asserting. The radar is one aspect of looking at getting around the weather. But you're also looking and seeing how it's growing, what it looks like, the movement, and the radar may or may not give you the total picture. You've got to, again, be looking, and, we can do it in the clouds, and I've done that before, too, but it's not as good, and, you start getting those ripples and the feeling as you're approaching, and you go, okay, this is a little too close. You don't get that sitting in an office with a joystick.
Yeah, no, it's just, I guess my husband's a flight instructor, and he's actually started with gliders too, by the way. And, I'm in a plane probably, I bet you I'm in a plane at least once every 2 weeks. And, I've been in where they've lost an engine, and it's, I would never get in a plane that was fully automated. I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's just...
No, it's crazy.
Yeah. Now, what about a self-driving car, real quick? Yes or no?
It doesn't have the same, it's not in a 3D environment. I'm a little trepidatious. A friend of mine has a Tesla, and I've ridden with him using the auto drive.
Oh, that doesn't work.
And
that doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work at all. Oh my God!
I've
turned down the self-driving taxis when we've been in cities and we call for a cab and it shows up with nobody in it. It's like, no, I'm not doing this.
I'll stick to a stinky Uber with the guy who wants to have a conversation.
I'll walk.
Yeah, or I'll walk. Hey, Byron, thanks for coming on the show and giving us your perspective as a pilot. Let me tell you something. 30,000 hours is huge. Okay. A commercial airline pilot probably retires with 20,000 or 25,000 hours. So, having a gentleman here with that type of expertise really does make a difference as far as his opinions go, because he knows what's going on. Hey, join over 650,000 folks who get my free newsletter every single morning. You're going to love it. It takes just 5 minutes to stay up to date on everything that's happening in the tech world. Get the current newsletter. Sign up now at getkim.com.